Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's get this open and let's get these ones open. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a new livery league idea that we have had and we have put together in the last couple of weeks. Joining me is one of the co-founders and co-directors of the league, Checkered Flag Racing. So tonight, CFR and Widecrest brings us our Monday Night Truck Madness. So, introducing, as I said, one of my co-directors, Mr. Peter Baxter. Mate, welcome in. And I know this has been your little pet project, this one, for the last couple of weeks, trying to get this worked out. How you feeling out there?
Oh, a little bit nervous. Rob, thanks for the intro, and to everybody who's listening. A brand new concept, a better way to race, a new, something new for iRacing, and bringing together a couple of groups that have never raced together in the same server is a little bit exciting. So we moved a little bit away from the open wheelers that we're doing. We're now into a bit of NASCAR trucks, and tonight, for the very first time on iRacing and Leagues, as far as I know, we are racing a combined open set and fixed set series within the same track, making a challenge for the open set guys as they come around onto fixed set guys, and for the fixed set guys to have a few extra cars on track. Mate, 25 cars on track by the looks of it tonight, all practicing. The times are really good. They're pretty close. They're within about 1.5 seconds between everybody on track, so I don't think it's going to be that much of a discrepancy. Looking forward to the race. And, of course, the crash test dummy here, it's his first dirt race ever. And to be honest with you, mate, I am just hoping I can at least see the checkered flag.
Mate, well, it's funny you say that, because we are bringing something very new to iRacing. We are bringing, like as you said, both open setups and fixed setups in the NASCAR trucks. And what a place to start. Bristol Dirt, following the official schedule, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're wondering, why did you pick Bristol Dirt? Why are you going there? Because that's what they raced this weekend in the real world racing. So this is how we replicate through the sim what we're going to do out the season. So we'll be following the official schedule, and yes, we're looking very forward to seeing how some of these boys get along. We do have the SDK in action up there. That's been built again by our third co-director in Matty Keefe-Keen. So you guys will hear him later on in the broadcast. But yeah, Pete, what are you expecting? I mean, you say the times are close, and they are really close. We'll bring up the tree there, and let's get some best times in, and we'll see. The boys run top guys run in 1906, mate. So what's your take on it out there? Where are you expecting to be?
I'm expecting to sort of be mid-pack in the open sets. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means compared to the fixed set guys. My fastest single time at a lap is currently 4th out of the group, so that looks pretty good. But that's a big difference to what we see in the racing. I've got a question for you though, Rob.
Yes.
I mean, look, I've come on board as the race director for Checkered Flag Racing, the new league. I've just mentioned one of the three. There's 2 other directors here. Who do I blame for scheduling the first night on a dirt track for me?
You set this up.
No, I didn't say this is the week we need to start.
We can blame Matty Keane for taking an extra week to get things done. We can blame Easter for being around.
Let's blame Matty for taking an extra week. I would have liked an extra race in the trucks before we hit the dirt. But nevertheless, here we are, right? So, looking forward to it. I think we're going to see some awesome racing tonight. Mate, it might be quite a few cautions. It's all iRacing controlled, of course, tonight with no live race control. Look, if I can get the checkered flag, I'll be happy. I really don't care where I finish. So on that note, mate, I better leave you because I'm going to do a sort of in-session race brief for everybody.
Yeah,
and then, good luck tonight with our first stream. And if anybody else out there, come and race this brand new concept. It'll give you a challenge. It'll teach you how to race trucks. It'll teach you how to get good in the ovals, and and become a better NASCAR racer. I'm expecting some of Australia's elite trucks races to come through the series. Probably not tonight with the dirt race, but some of the boys have sat out this week. But we'll see as we get back to the bitumen next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Pete. Thanks for coming in, and good luck out there, and we'll chat to you later on.
Cool, man. All righty. See you later.
Thanks, bud. All right, folks. So we just heard that we're just talking about the open and fix setup. So as we can see, we're looking down pit lane right now. Tane in the chat has asked where Cameron Hardwick is. Cameron Hardwick right there, the 065 on screen in the Monster Energy Hoonigan car. You'll see the guys on their windscreen banners, they have a blue one that says fixed, or they have a red one that says open. That is how you will see and tell the difference between the series throughout this campaign. So if we flip to Glenn Wilkinson on track here, you'll see as he comes around that he's got a pretty blue banner on, and he's in the fixed series. So he's running the fixed setup. We do have a way to monitor those guys in the fixed setup area to make sure they're not making any changes that are unofficial for the fixed series. And we'll move on there. You also heard Pete Baxter just talking there. We do not have live race control. What we will have after the race, the drivers will have a 15-minute grace period to protest any and all results. At which point we'll throw to an intermission. We'll chat with the guys and the drivers of the potential podium, and then what we'll do is we'll move into the race briefing, where we will see and hear live on stream how those incidences are viewed. So you'll get to see exactly how it's done. You'll get to hear the chatter, you'll get to see the incident, and we'll go from there. So completely transparent, everything's going to be very clear cut, but it is what it is.
Follow that instruction.
But Peter Jones here running the red, you can see, open livery, so he's got the open setups on, so he's free to do whatever he wants to his car. Whatever he does to his car is his business. So you'll see he's got the red on the windshield, but he's also gone a little bit further and put the red on the rear wing as well, on that rear little dovetail, which is fantastic because that's going to make it even easier to see when we're on a different camera angle, which is quite cool. So see a few of them there.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no live race control tonight. So race fair, if there is an incident that you would like
Baxter,
to look at,
even though SDK still hasn't picked up the change of names, which is excellent. Thank you so much.
Part of that, particularly to get independent drivers to make calls.
We'll have to look at that.
Apply the penalties that have been put in.
We will have to look at that. But we'll be hearing from a few of the drivers throughout the night. A few of them are not very comfortable on the dirt and not very confident they're going to get through without a fast repair. So we are replicating real-world racing as much as we can. There is no fast repair. We've taken that option away from the boys, so it encourages cleaner driving because they don't want to be out in the first lap, first corner. So they'll try and do their best to keep the car straight and get home. Also, that's not our only series. We are bringing you TCR and production car multi-class on Wednesday night. So that'll be the 4 TCR cars, that'll be the Volkswagen Jetta, and also the Toyota GR86 is in that series as well. And then on Friday night, we have the Formula Ford, and we've got that as 3 20-minute sprint races. So that is going to be an absolute stellar round to watch. Action-packed 10-round series. The boys have got 2 drop rounds that they can drop from their results.
I'll give you 5 minutes, and then I'm going to advance the setup.
As we
any questions,
start to wind down on the practice here.
Is it too early to admit fault for
We'll move into quali for the boys and girls out there. But yes, brand new. We've built this in the last 11 days, 12 days. The 3 of us got together, banded in, pulled together, got everything done. Everything's as good as we can get it right now. But keep your eyes out throughout the season because we'll be making some changes and getting some new things happening. If you are on the kick.com/checkered flag racing, check out the panels below and get the Discord link if you'd want to come and join us. If you're on the YouTube side, I'm still updating all those things, so just bear with us as we get those things done. But can check us out at kick.com, checkered flag racing. And obviously the guys on Kick as well. We do have the YouTube going on as well
good luck,
for
everyone. Let's go. Have
Checkered
fun.
Flag Racing 23 is the handle. So if you're on the YouTube side and you want to help us out and drop those subscriptions over there, hit the notification. You never miss when we go live. So there's Cameron Hardwick, a bit of a king on dirt. Doesn't mind the old sprint car, Mr. Cameron, but has not found a groove quite yet in the truck. So be interesting to see how he goes tonight. We kind of look at some of the best times. Cameron's 20.94.
Hey Pete, you know you can
Matt
do
Stewart
a manual
right
track
here
state reset.
in the MX Raps 19 livery, the purple truck on the right side there in the fix.
Show me how, if I can do it.
21.17.
Pretty sure you do.
Getting obviously not
exclamation point
exactly
track
comfortable,
state, and then you put
but
like
you know they do.
10 to 10%.
They do get around these 19 MX
go.
Raps boys, and they do a lot of driving. Best around, Tane. Look.
Probably
I mean,
won't. Oh no, it works. I think.
Don't say that out loud. But no, he's definitely very good on the dirt.
It's done now. We'll see what happens.
All right, so now they're going into the quali, and I think it's lone quali as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Chris,
So we
I was trying to
probably
think of
won't see too many of the boys out there.
Well, I didn't want it to go from a dirt.
Yeah, you don't
race
want to
an
crush people
actual
too early.
car oval.
It's Tane over in the YouTube chat. Love it. Thank you. And I appreciate you dropping on by. We got Sainted Lady, my lovely wife, and Music AMR over in the Kick side of things. So don't be afraid to chat, guys. We will bring you guys in and have a chat with you if we can. We'll talk to you throughout the night. Try and keep things pretty high energy for the period that we have. Cam loves the dirt. He does love the dirt. I've done a bit of racing with Cam on the dirt. I've done a few sprint car races with him and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely not afraid of the old dirt. As Scotty Rankin on screen right now. Bring up his name. Hometown Grafton, New South Wales. Drives the number 49 Riot car. Looking very schmick out there tonight. Peter Jones out here in the 6 Sims in the number 13 out of the US. So this is awesome to have. I think Conundrum, is it? I'm not sure actually. Might be my bad. I just get told we can't hear cars. Why can we not hear cars? Now we will. Now we will. All the teething dramas and you've got like 9 different things running at the same time. If it's Brownie's down, yeah, pretty much. He's had a few moments, the old Hardwick. There's Scotty taking the high line. He's just working the cushion up there. Who else is out there? Cameron Hardwick's on track. See where he can put himself. So far he's in P19. See if he can get a good lap in. See where he ends up. It looks like he's going to maintain P19. Chris Bleakley, the MX Raps 19 boss man himself, out there. Good to see him out on track tonight. Actually sitting in P4, so he definitely found a nice little groove out there. I will be joined here in a little while by Matty Keane, he has said he'll pop on in. He's just doing some more setups for us, getting some more things done. We just check out. Yep, that's Pete Baxter. Hasn't changed his name. Thank you, iRacing. Love it. Ugh. Only one that hasn't changed, unless that's set within the SDK program. I might have to get Pete to check that one out for us. But Cam might be just getting a few extra laps in. Same as Scott might be doing a few little bit, few extra laps there. Looked like Scott was hard up on the wall. Just looking to see who else is actually out there at the moment. Doesn't look like anybody's out there right now. Pete Jones is not. So Chris from Wingham, New South Wales. Looks like he's about done. Scott Rankin's going to sit there in about P14 overall. I remember he is running the fixed livery. Doesn't have the banner on. He'll have that ready for next week. So we'll get through quali. We'll let Scott do his thing, and there we go. So we'll turn that off, and we'll get the grid up here for you guys at home. There we have it. So again, Pete Jones and Ryan Blundell off the front. Tim Blundell and Chris Bleakley off the second row. Ken calls his car. Yeah, we won't go there. Julian Mookie and Glenn McLeod, Brad Lane and Chris Wilkinson, Nathan Allen has joined us as well in Velocity Sim Labs there, Braden Sagassa from 1-9, Reno Wilkinson and Matty Skulls there. And as we scroll through,
we have the medical helicopter on standby for him.
Bevan Moyes and Scott Rankin on the next row, Alan Dawson, Ryan Huckle,
The Raiders are turning.
Matt Grocott and Peter Baxter as a crash test dummy. Cameron Hardwick, Cole Ridley, Darren Robb, Hayden Norris, Brad Wright, Daniel Fritz, Andrew Proctor, and Matt Stewart. And off the very back is Matty Keane. I don't think he's actually racing though.
Any incidents
So he
involving
will
car
be
31,
somewhere in the back
31
scenes
Bolt,
doing
just
some
preempting.
work. Hopefully. Doing some work. So we'll bring up the ticker across the top of the screen. You guys can keep track of where your favourite guys are. How far behind, how far in front they are up on the top there. So hopefully you will be able to keep all that there. We've got 100 laps tonight. Bristol Dirt should be an absolute stellar race. I heard there was 15 cautions in the real world race. So that'll be something to watch for tonight. Again, all safety cars are iRacing control.
Remember, no, this is
So not manual safety cars.
I will deal with abuse,
Which is kind of cool.
and later conversations. Have fun.
Our field, look at that. How many cars we got out there? 26 cars. We had 30 registered and we got 26 cars for our first night here at CFR, Widecrest, NasTruck. So here we go. Boys are trying to just get moving. Just there's Scotty. We'll jump back to Cameron. Where is he? There he is on the inside, trying to get some forward motion.
Yeah, sorry,
Well,
mate. Just on.
come on, Cam. You be alright, buddy. Brad Wright just a little bit further back, and joining me in the box, and probably nervous as luggery, is our third director for the CFR League, Mr. Matty Keefe-Keane. What's going on, mate?
Yeah, not too late.
Hey Robbie, thanks mate.
Me
Thanks
rather
to
than
all that
going
have shown up, and hi guys in the audience. I'm not nervous mate. I'm nice and nice and calm.
I've heard that before, mate. What's happening,
Good to
mate?
see a big turnout from the boys, and
Yeah.
really excited to see how we go with fixed and open on the same track.
Yeah, 20 cars, mate. Out of the 30 we had registered, I think this is a pretty good effort, to be honest.
Damn good turnout.
It's fantastic. So, how have you gone with the back scenes work that you were doing, mate? You get it all sorted? That's to know, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's all sorted and it's running all nice and smooth. So
We are away. Green flag is out. Oh, who's making a run down the inside? 605. Who's that? That's Matty Skulls. 605 down in the low part of the circuit. Oh, Scott Rankin into the back of him there. No, caution's out. Caution is out.
we've had a nice big incident by the buffer.
Did we? Oh, not Proctor. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Well, he did promise that he would be the first, so at least he's consistent.
Let's have a quick throwback to that and see what's happened here. So he's up high. He's not doing anything really wrong there. I don't know.
Sorry, Scotty.
We see a little bit of contact in front there. Oh, the two boys in front. I bet she's had nowhere to go. Uh-oh. They're coming down. Oh, no. Andrew, watch out, buddy. Oh, this is... Oh, he's got nowhere to go. He's just caught up in there. Oh, no. Oh. Deary, deary me.
Yeah, I don't know if that was
Well, he did promise a nice early visit to us in the
comm box.
in the comment box.
he was not confident out there, but again, he just had nowhere to go, didn't he? He was just caught in that. That wasn't really his fault. That's unfortunate.
No, very unfortunate. Unfortunately, Bristol dirt, not very forgiving when there's a nice big pile up.
Yeah, no, that's right. They just kept sliding down the track. It's like, you can't help it at Bristol. It just throws you around, doesn't it? It's down the wall. Once you hit that banking, it just sucks you right down the bottom.
That's it.
I wonder if you can repair, though.
Oh, I don't know. It was a very hard hit on the nose, straight into the side of another car. That might be done and dusted for tonight.
Well, you're his team boss, mate. You know him better than anyone. Is he going to try and repair and get back out? Is that his mentality, or is he a bit of a one and done type driver?
No. He's always got the mentality to keep going, but that was a heavy hit. That's these things. These things don't like being damaged on the front. They don't mind a little bit of side damage, especially on short tracks or dirt tracks. But on the nose, mate, they're not coming back.
So we've just had Tane O'Leary in the YouTube chat just say, our man on screen, Mr. Cameron Hardwick, sorry Cam, won't last 100 laps. He's usually at 2 pumps and he's out, man. So we'll have to let Cameron know about that one because that's pretty interesting. Speak of the devil, he has bounced into the green room. Let's drag him on in and say a warm welcome, Mr. Andrew Proctor. Mate, you had nowhere to go. What happened?
I saw it happening. I've gone low and then, as they come down, just sort of buried it into the wall. But 15 minutes of damage on the car. And the motor was smoking, so that's me cooked for the night.
So you're going to get back out and do some laps anyway? Try and get a bit of experience on your belt?
Some laps. Yeah, I'll get back out and do some laps, but that's me cooked. I think Fritzy's the same. We both got jammed in the wall. Both bystanders, but this is Bristol dirt.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it, out there?
Oh yeah, I'll do some laps, but I'll just cruise around the back now. I don't know what the residual damage is going to be on the car, but there's 9 minutes of required on it.
Oh, you never know, mate. There could be more accidents. Get you back in there. Never give up.
Yeah. Nah,
You
never
see
do.
the boys going green again. Oh, they're loose in the middle. Oh. How hard is it to get these things off the line here? Like, you were out there, you were just doing the rolling side and stuff. How hard is it to actually get these things moving?
Yeah, it's actually probably better now than what it was when we were doing practice. It was real slick, but they're still hard to get moving, even from second gear starts.
Yeah, right. You just find a lot of wheel spin, a lot of slide.
Yeah, just the rear end doesn't want to sit. You know, ute to ute, or truck to truck. What they call it.
Hey, you got to stick with the terminology, mate. It's a truck, all right? You got to call it a truck. Don't ever call it a ute because we'll get shot. It's oh, yellow's out again. Yellow out again. Yeah, it is. We are under another caution, mate. You could be back in this sooner than you think.
I've still got 9 minutes left, so I'll let it fix and then go out and hopefully not put it into the wall again.
All right, mate. Well, we'll throw you back out there. If you get back out there, mate, good luck. Go and get some good laps under your belt, and we'll talk to you again.
Thanks, mate.
All right, there we go. Keefe, you called it, mate. Big hit on the front.
Yeah, these things they really don't like being hit on the front. The front end is its weak point, and unfortunately, we all know it. But like you said, he's going to do his 9 minutes of repair that he's got left, and he's going to get back out there. But with the way it's going, it's looking like there's going to be a lot of cars that are sitting out for a little bit of repairs.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple in there already. It looks like Bevan Moyes is now in there as well. Alan Dawson's in the lane. Mark Grocot's in the lane. So yeah, it's already proven to strike hard.
Yeah, hopefully that they all get back out there and they can all compete and at least salvage something. But it's very interesting to see that the fixed guys seem to be running up there with the open guys at the front. They're mixing it up.
Scott Rankin just pulled into the pit. Is this a strategic play? Bit of fuel, maybe?
Probably a bit of fuel. I'm not sure
He's
what the
doing
fuel
tyres.
levels are like.
He's doing tyres, so it could be a bit of a strategic play. But yeah, I mean, look, you got, the 119 there of Brad Lane up there in amongst all the open boys, mate. So, it just goes to show if you can get your head around it, fixed or open, you can really be competitive.
Yeah, that's it, and especially staying out of the carnage. That's going to be another big bonus for some of these boys just to move their way through and get some well-deserved points.
Yeah, I think we're working it out. I think the points go back to 35th, so all these guys are going to get points tonight.
No, so they actually go back to 40th. They do go back to 40th.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. So we do get points all the way to 40th, so everyone will score points, but obviously the higher up you get, the more you get.
And am I correct in saying we're not actually doing a split point system, so the fixed and open guys are all fighting for the same one set of points, right?
Yes, spot on, mate. Spot on.
So, yes.
So
the higher up you finish, the more points you get.
Yeah, exactly. So the points will be an overall run basis, but obviously you're still running for a open and fixed championship, but you never know. As a fixed setup driver, you may even steal the overall. Well,
that's exactly right. Yeah, you might just get enough points and get over the line. But big shout outs for our Tane in the YouTube chat. Cameron Hardwick's up 3 spots already and avoided 2 cautions. So he's doing all right. He's hanging in there. I don't know what's going on with P. Baxter, mate, but he's coming up as crash test dummy. So I think he might have loaded that into SDK maybe. So look, he's up 5 spots as well. So that's impressive. Kyle Ridley right behind him, mate. Has gone up a few spots as well. So back under green flag conditions. Jump to the front, see what the boys are doing. Don't forget that 119 there, the black car in 4th spot, is a fixed racer in amongst with the open guys. So really mixing it up and keeping the boys on their toes. So we'll see how he goes.
It's very interesting to see the top 8. We've got 5 open, 3 fixed, so it's very evenly spread. 5 each in the top 10.
With Pete Baxter down low there. The 10 up beside him. Reno Wilkinson just running door to door there. Oh, 3 wide almost. This is great racing. There's Glenn McLeod there in the 85. Oh, we're under another... No, we're not. Sorry. We'll keep going. We'll keep racing. We'll bounce around. Scott Rankin, who was in the pits during that last stop. Putting on the bit of afterburners there on Kyle Ridley, trying to get under the inside of him. Gonna do it with real ease here. Oh, not quite. It's not done yet. Kyle's playing the top one really, really well though. He's using that cushion to his advantage.
Yeah, the top line definitely looks like the line to be in at the moment, especially off the restarts. The bottom line really seems to be really struggling to get up to speed. All the boys are moving very close to that wall very early after the restarts.
There's Matty Gerard in the track. Do these trucks run on dirt at times usually? Yeah, Matty Gerard, they actually ran at Bristol dirt this weekend. Real life racing, 15 cautions I had in that race, so yep, they do run on dirt. Not very often, but they do it. You see the two 1.9 MX Raps boys here, line astern. Glenn Wilkinson, Braden Sagassa there. Chris Bleakley only a couple of spots up in the other purple 1.9 MX Raps car. Mixing it up there, top 5 right now. You see Brad Lane's dropped back a couple of spots now, so he's back in P6. So we see Pete Baxter on his way forward. He's moved to the outer line, so we see Pete now up on that top side in the CFR livery. So the first one of its kind out in the wilderness. So thank you, Pete Baxter, for bringing the CFR livery to the racetrack. Looks fantastic out there, actually. I've got to say, that does look like a very nice truck.
Does look very nice.
Oh, he's right on the back of these two now. Just lift out of it, Pete. There's a bit of...
I'd be very interested to see how his temperatures are going with that nice nose caved in.
Oh, that's Scott Rankin and
we got
Brian
the caution.
Huckle. And that is a yellow flag. That is a yellow flag, so we did catch that right there on screen.
Sorry, Ryan. Going for the slide job and didn't expect us to be 3-1.
We'll just get, in this little time frame here, we'll just get the sharing of the screens for Mr. Keeney to see. No, that's not what we needed. Excellent. Great work. I don't know what they've done. Well, I can give you the racing, I can't give you the audio, mate. So you've got that.
I don't need the audio, mate. It's all good.
Don't need to hear it anyway. It's all a visual aspect. So Scott's back in the pit lane again. Did he... Oh, he just drove straight through.
I wonder if this is a ploy just to get towards the back, stay out of the rubbish. Hopefully just move his way through as people get damaged.
That's not a bad option either. Potentially, that could be what he was doing.
There's a lot of scuffs on a lot of cars now. There's a lot of cars that are struggling a bit. So
we see Cameron Hardwick on screen here, the 065 that looks kind of like a something 5. The left-hand side's very damaged.
Go you, clown.
So we jump on board now with Chris Bleakley. See where he's up to. So again, that's
Yeah, can you get him mad? You'll see the clown come out.
Who's that just in front of Chris? It's 86. Who else? They must have
that is
gone up to the back.
that is one of the Blundell boys. That is
That is
Brian, I believe.
Yeah, it's Brian. No, who's the next car? Is that Cameron? That is. That's Hardwick. I was going to say, he's up in P3 on track right now. That would not be a spot I would think he's comfortable in right now. To be completely honest with you, I don't think he's exactly comfortable being right there. Scott's back in the pit lane again.
I think he may have come out and slotted in, so he's actually laps down as well, Cam. So he'd be, he'd almost be in panic stations at the moment.
Yeah, it does look like he's a lap down on those leaders, but he's on the same lap as Brian, who's just blinking a little bit. But connection issues are always a thing, especially with a big field like this as well. Yeah,
so it looks like Cam's moving over now. But Cam's moving over to let everybody through.
He's probably got the end of line, like, go back, buddy, go back. Yeah, he is now officially lapped down. Right, Julian Mookie, one we I've seen through other leagues do very, very well. It's just slowly creeping his way forward.
Yeah, that's it. He started a bit further back than I think we expected, but he's moved his way up into the top 5.
Yeah, he's P6, so he's only dropped 1 spot. So, again, a guy who's very, very accomplished on the sim. That he can pretty much drive anything, that man. That's good to see. Hey, you know who else is good to see out there, mate? 83. Nathan Allen. Good to see him out there tonight as well. A bit of a dirt track specialist. Don't know how he goes out there with these things, though.
Oh, it's great to see Nath back out on the track. Haven't seen him out there for a while. It's good to see the Velocity boys have got on board and got out there on track. Awesome to see they're out there. Hopefully to see more of them throughout the week in the other series.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we got the green flag, so trying to get the traction and go. Oh, there's a big movement down the side. Oh, there's Reno on screen there in the number 10 with the blue tail and the fixed windshield banner. So Reno's moving a little bit further forward now. Got the Kiwi flag on. So one of our brothers from over the pond. Appreciate them making the effort to get up in here tonight. You see the 2 MX Raps 19 boys just getting close with Kyle Ridley. The 605 there of Matty Scholes from the Right Sim boys, so which is fantastic to see those boys on board as well, mate.
Yeah, lovely to see the Right boys back out there and the Froglet boys. It's been a while since everyone got back on the track, and it's awesome to see them all out there. It's a much, much cleaner track than I expected to see round 1 starting on the dirt with these things, but absolutely beautiful to see that there are plenty of racing laps.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are we now? Lap 32 of 100, so we've had 3 cautions. So, you know, the boys are just starting to get in the groove. Oh, Ryan Huckle has had another one by the look of that. We are under yellow. We'll throw straight back to that, see what's happened here for Ryan.
Nah, my bad,
In the
Ryan.
50, so you see him at the back in the 6 Sims. Oh, how's that shake on the rear when you just... Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's Cameron. Oh, no. Oh dear. They've come together. Oh, and Brad Wright just comes through. Nowhere to go. Oh dear. Unlucky. Well, Tane.
Yeah, a little bit on
There's your man. There's your man, Cameron Hardwick. Probably out for what would be the rest of the night. Andrew Proctor is back in the green room. Bring him in. Maybe he's had another... was he caught in something? Not too sure. It's not showing up that he was caught in anything.
He did just jump to the pits, so I'm assuming that engine might have finally actually given away.
Let's bring him in. Andrew Proctor, mate, you're back in the chat. What's happened here, buddy?
Done the repairs, the car's down on top end, power, everything, and it was... After those 2 laps, it was cooking.
Oh, no.
Cooked.
Oh, dear.
Lucky dog's coming around the outside.
So that's you done and dusted for the night, mate, eh?
Yeah, it's me done and dusted. There's no point running it and blowing the motor and causing a yellow.
Fair enough. So how was it overall? Like, did you enjoy the dirt? Something you want to get away from, or something you're keen to have a crack at again?
I'll have a crack at it again in the sprint cars and all that, maybe. Credit to the boys from at the front of the field. They dragged me to their Discord and helped me out a lot for tonight. Nathan Allen's helped me a lot as well. And
we're just talking about
it's
Nathan
just good
Allen,
to see. Good to see the drivers that even you don't know. Like, I don't know any of those boys, and they're all the Road Pro boys, and they're all willing to help where needed.
Yeah, right.
They saw me struggling. They offered, and they're like, "Oh, we're happy to help." So,
Oh, we've got a comment in chat that said, "Look like netcode. That's the wrong page. You need to be taking that somewhere else, mate." We don't get netcode here. That's a little inside joke with Mr. Lamb there.
Unfortunately, contagious. The netcode might have helped some of the guys tonight with some of these repairs, unfortunately. But
yeah, that's right. So, Andrew, feel free to stick around, mate, if you want to hang around for the balance, or you can
Mate, I'm happy to stick around. I've got to learn some things for Friday night at least.
Yeah, mate. Feel free to jump in and give us your tips and stuff, what you saw out there, and who you think's got good form. You know, who are you racing around? If you got into a good clean battle.
So far, Andrew, what are your thoughts with the fixed and open trucks on the same track? Like, how does it feel, the differences, and
There's
does
definitely
it feel like
difference.
it's... Yep.
You can see the difference, especially the way the cars are driving. The fixed boys are a little bit more looser than the open. I even tried the fixed setup, and it was like the steering ratio is set to 12-1, and my setup is down at 6-1. Like, just little things like that just makes the car drive so much different. But yeah, it's amazing how some of these fixed drivers are actually sticking it to the open drivers too. Like,
well, you know what I find really funny? I was watching someone on the sim not that long ago, actually, streaming, and they were running like the NasTrucks here, but they were still running the old 920 Logitech G920 wheel. They weren't even running like force feedback or anything. They were just running the old dirty wheel, and like they were fast, man. Like, I guess it's just what you get used to, isn't it? Really.
it's probably easier. I've had to actually turn the force feedback pretty much off on my wheel to drive on dirt.
Yeah, right. Oh, look at this pack. Oh, this is going to get willing.
It's constantly trying to fight you through the corners.
Yeah.
So having that no feedback would actually suit the dirt.
Very well, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, right. So, on to next week, mate. Be a bit
What
more
is
of
that?
a...
Talladega?
I think it's a super speedway. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big one, and it's asphalt, mate. So you got the hard track out of the way first. So you looking forward to the rest of this?
Yeah, I am actually. Oh, it's Martinsville next week.
Oh, Martinsville. There you go.
I actually have to buy that speedway. I don't have that.
Don't worry. Pete reminded me 3 days ago. He goes, "Oh, I've got to get tracks," and I went, "Oh no, that's right. I forgot." It's so hard
I'm
to go
actually
get
looking
5
forward
tracks.
to round 3.
3? Yeah.
Yeah, Talladega.
Yeah, big super speedway. Yeah.
My best result so far in the trucks has come from Talladega.
I was looking on the inside on Reno. Oh, has he got it done? Oh.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that bottom lane's starting to come back too now.
Yeah.
It's starting to rubber up. There's the slicks getting in the middle, so might start seeing some passes down low and a bit more pace.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry, Andrew. As you were saying.
No, that's all right. Yeah, my best results have been Talladega, so that was just teaming up with a higher R rating driver, and yeah, he was really good, letting me know when he was bumping and everything, and managed to get a P3 for it, so...
Well, so on the green. Yeah, right. No, so the super speedways, I mean, we're not going to see a lot of difference out of these setups, especially over the bigger tracks, so it should be really, like, head down and go for it. So you might have to find an alloy, mate.
Yeah, well, hopefully I can tag onto these to Tim and Brian and Pete and try and stick with them.
Just get on their coattails and just run with them all the way.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
So
But no, it should be interesting.
So you'd be glad to start with the dirt and get out of the way, because I don't think you'd really want to do an oval and then hit a dirt, would you? You wouldn't want to do like a speedway or a super speedway and then hit the dirt. It'd be very offsetting, I think.
My welcome to NASCAR trucks was a short circuit, followed by a road course, followed by Bristol dirt.
So you had the baptism of fire.
Yes. Yeah, so it is what it is. This is going to get interesting. The leader's now going through traffic.
Yeah, so this is where the open guys have really got to put their skills to good use, because you're going to get up, you're going to get caught, just like you would. Like you see here, Tim right on the back of Pete Jones now.
Yeah.
Well, he's just lost a little bit of gap there, but, you know, these boys have got to work their way through.
You can really see them trying to use that slick line to get the slide jobs on those fixed boys that are starting to drop back now.
So here's the problem, really? Those fixed boys have got to be careful that, you know, they know where that truck is. Like, oh, Kyle. Kyle, I think he just got a little bit caught out there by where Tim was.
I must say the fixed boys are actually driving really, really well to keep that high line in the grippy stuff and letting those open boys just slide through on the slick.
Yeah, the open setup is pretty nice on the slick stuff.
We see Julian Rookie here pretty much just riding that top line. We're talking about his credentials, and he's no slouch when it comes to the sim. He definitely knows how to get a car around a circuit, so it's good to see.
Oh yeah.
We got a little fight going on for P3 now.
P3 with Julian.
Brian and Chris trying to get through the traffic and the fighting for P3.
So it's 86 and 19. Yeah, there's a 20 up on the top. That is, who is that?
Oh, we got some people riding the wall a bit now.
This is willing.
20's actually Hayden Norris.
That is, yeah. So that is. He's
no
right down, so.
slouch when it goes to be sideways.
Look at this. Look at this racing. This is fantastic, honestly. We're just going to ride with this pack. Look at this. Oh, who was that? Oh, he blinked so hard too. This is the 86. That was Brian. Look at the racing. 3 wide. Oh, 4 wide. Oh, there's a car around. That's Kyle. Oh, that's yellow.
No caution yet. No caution yet. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yellow's out. Wow. What a little battle that was. Those boys were into it. Let's have a look at what happened to Kyle there.
Absolutely awesome to see the fixed guys mixing it with the open guys 3 wide, completely clean.
What's he done? I reckon he's just over it. Yeah, he's just gone too far. Oh no, who's that?
No.
Who was that?
Oh, it's 19. It's Chris Bleakley in P3.
Oh no!
Fixed trucks gets the lucky dog.
Oh dear. So Chris is giving him a little extra hand around the corner.
Look. Luckily, it didn't look like too big of a hit. I think he should be okay, and it wasn't like dead square. It was a bit more of the right-hand front
Chris
corner.
doesn't look like he's got too much damage there, does he?
Nah.
Doesn't look like he's gotten too much out of it. No, she's pretty square.
Well raced, Braden. You won the race, mate.
Yeah, he's cooling. He shouldn't have any cooling issues, luckily for him. But
maybe you should have
that'll definitely be a concern for him, worrying about that now.
And look, we just ticked over 54 laps as well, so we're just over the halfway mark.
Laps to go.
So we had a good run then. What was that? Almost 22 laps, 21 laps in that green window.
Yeah,
this is only
that.
caution 4, so you know this is awesome racing. Bet you'd much rather sitting up here though, Andrew, right? Watching down over these boys, not being down there.
I don't know. I reckon I'd rather be down there. Just if the truck was still good, it'd be all right.
Yeah, the trucks are madness, mate. I got asked today. Cam asked me, he goes, "Have you done any laps?" And I went, "Nope." He goes, "You going to?" And I went, "Nope." I'm not even going to get in it. No thanks. And so we got It's Tech join us in Kick. Yeah, they're definitely fun to drive on road. Like, I don't mind the bitumen, but getting them on dirt, no, sorry. And Andrew, I just want to point out a couple of things, mate. Before the show, you said you're going to fill out a place as the only rookie, but can I just remind you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rookies in this race tonight?
I wouldn't count Hayden Norris as a rookie, mate.
Mate, look, it says Hayden Norris is a rookie. I've got to take on what the sheet tells me, mate. So it says 5 rookies out there.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. It is what it is, but I think I'm the first one to die. Oh no, I think Fritzy might have been the first to die.
I think Fritzy was one of it. Yeah, he got caught up one of the early...
He had about 40 minutes of damage from that incident, lap 1.
Wow.
The one we were both in, so that's why he pulled it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it happens on oval racing, isn't it? It just...
Yeah, you hit the wall. The motors don't like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Good bit of fun. But so yeah, It's Tech has joined us on the Kick side, the Kick streaming platform. So welcome on in, Tech. Appreciate you hanging out. So we are multi-streaming to YouTube and Kick. So if you guys haven't heard of Kick, it is a new streaming platform that is taking on the big dogs and actually doing a pretty good job at it. So
yeah, I signed up today and followed it for there.
Excellent. Yeah, well, we are live over there. We've got all our panels up on there too. So
Oh,
boys
yeah,
are
back
green
green
again,
colours.
and Julian's on the charge. He gained a lot of grip there. I don't know. He was driving very straight. He wasn't even
Yeah.
sliding. Now he
That,
gets on the
that
slide.
bottom line on the restarts now is getting really, really grippy, so it's going to be interesting to see how that bottom line gets up and going.
Hey, can we just say, Pete Baxter here, crash test done, up 12 spots, and in the top 10. Like, he was talking before the race, and he wasn't even expecting to be near this pointy end of the field, and he's right there. That's Blundell and Mookie right in front of him. Like, he's right there.
He's really not holding up to his nickname, is he? I haven't
he's
seen him
not.
involved in anything. He's been giving a little rubbing racing, but other than that, he's been one of the cleanest out there.
Yeah, look,
It's really interesting to see. There's only one fixed driver left on the lead lap.
oh,
Yeah, the speed difference between the two is actually quite large on here.
is there really that much
it is-
difference?
Yeah, it's about a second to 2 seconds a lap.
Yeah, right. That much of a difference.
Yeah,
That's pretty
open
crazy.
second, you're on the throttle later, you can get on the throttle earlier, and you're probably using about 75 to 80% throttle through the corner, where the fix, you're more sliding the car 50, 60% throttle.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
You look at the two setups side by side, and they have big differences,
Yeah.
and it shows in track time.
Oh,
But when we get to super speedways, you can run a fixed setup on a super speedway and stay with the open. The
Yeah.
only difference is going to be your tyre.
Julian just slapped
Car
the
into the
wall.
wall. He
Oh,
should be alright. He kept it nice and straight. It's that side of the car's not needed on a dirt track, so
I don't know. I think Andrew will say otherwise, mate, after his little excursions. Oh, the action is thick between Julian and Brian right now. There's Chris. Chris is hanging in P3 on his own.
What do you
Tim-
reckon's got a 5-car pit train behind him at the moment.
Scotty's kind of by himself there. I was just looking there at Tim and Pete, and they are back on the back of the field again. They're
Yep.
catching these solo cars. So again, that's the 50 of Ryan Huckle. So he was involved in that incident just before. So I dare say he's probably down on power as well. There's the 8. Just getting put down again. There's Brad Wright. And the 20 there, that's Matty Scholes from Riot. So it's Scotty Rankin's teammate there, doing their thing.
it's awesome to see the nice battle at the front. Tim's really taking it to Pete at the moment,
Well,
and it's really nice
Tim's
to see how
actually got the
easily they can
fastest lap.
slide through. Yep.
Tim's actually at the fastest lap by 1/100th of a second. I mean, if you needed a close lap time, how does 18.98 and 18.97 stack up? I mean, that's pretty hectic. So there's Kyle Ridley on the top side there. We see Tim just takes that bottom. He's holding tight line at the bottom there. So look at the difference there. He put a lot of gap in between him and Kyle, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Timmy's starting to struggle on that bottom line though. It's getting a bit slick down there. He needs to go and find that grip again.
Oh, Pete Jones. Oh, he was 3 wide at one stage. That's Nathan Allen up on the top there near the wall. And the 44 right behind him of Matty Stewart. With Glenn Wilkinson right behind him. So yeah, Pete Jones is just...
Pete
he's checked
Jones has
out.
he's really gone balls to the wall going through those lap cars.
We'll just
He's
ride
really
him here.
confident. He is really confident on that bottom line.
Oh, through the middle,
Oh,
through
he's
the
gonna go
middle.
through the middle.
Oh. The heavens just opened and he was just like, yeah, no. But look at the bottom. You look at the drive he's got on that bottom.
You can see what Pete's doing though. He's looking for the grip. He's not just staying on that line, the worn line. He's finding the grip going into the corners so he can slide up and slip into the middle, get through the fixed guys and just break that gap so he can drop Tim a bit and give himself a bit of a break.
Julian giving Matty Scholes a bit of a rubbing. There's Pete Baxter. Oh, look at that. Pete's just gone past the 605 there as well. She's like, oh, yeah, I'll just drive on by. Thanks, boys. Oh, Pete Baxter's actually been very good tonight. I don't want to say I'm surprised, but he's really put the burners on.
Yeah, Pete promised us some crash tests, didn't he?
Yeah, I reckon. We'll have to have words with him after this, I think. You're not living up to your name, mate.
Not crashing. DQing for not crashing.
So we see...
We're coming into the final quarter of the race, guys. Final quarter of the race.
25 to go. Cam Hardwick here. We saw him get caught up a little bit earlier on, but, you know, he's still out there. Picking up some points for himself. 21st spot right now. There comes the leader. He's going to go... Oh! Pete, no prisoners at all. Just slammed the door right in front of him. He was just like, get out of the way, son.
As much as he's going no prisoners, though, it's brilliant to see how clean the guys have been tonight.
Oh, that was
the open guys.
Oh, yellow
the
flag.
open guys haven't. Just as I said, we're going clean.
Darren Robb's had a bit of a bingle. Let's have a look. See what he's done here in the 15. The blue car right in front of us. That's the 605 up the top. Uh-oh. 2 cars, same real estate. Not going to work. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
It's unlucky for Darren there.
It's just Robbins racing at that point, I think.
Yeah.
Here we go again. We reset the field. 2, 4, 6 cars on the lead lap. And who's the last on the lead lap? Crash test dummy, Pete Baxter, sitting there. Last, oh no, sorry, Braden Sagassa is the last of the lead cars. Actually, there's a few of them now. No? Is that not right? No, Braden Sagassa's lap's down. Pete's still on the lead lap.
No. Braden Sagassa is just getting the lap back.
Yeah,
So
back.
Yep, Sagassa is going to be the lucky dog, so he's going to get through, and he'll be sitting at the back of the train, but he is on the lead lap now. So after 3/4 of the race, we still have a fixed car on the lead lap.
Who's the fixed car on the lead lap?
Sagassa, car 16.
Oh, okay, so he is... Well, there you go.
Yeah, unfortunately for Darren Robb, because he was involved in that, he ended up dropping a lap. He dropped the lap, and Sagassa had only just dropped his lap, which got him the lucky dog. So
Well, there you go.
he gets nice and lucky and sits at the back of the train, but he's still there. He's still on the lead lap. Who knows? Anything goes really badly in the last 15 laps or so, we might see Sagassa come through and get an overall win.
Yeah, could be interesting. Nathan Allen, he is sitting in P12 overall. Not a bad result. Oh, Ridley. Mate, this guy, massive underdog. He would not have put himself in the top 15 coming into tonight's event.
He definitely didn't. He's always been saying it. He's just hoping to survive it.
And look, I mean, he's surviving quite well. Like, yeah, okay, he's got a few hit and misses there, but, you know, he's not too bad. He's 20.79 fastest lap, so he's not doing too bad.
Yeah.
Watch these boys, so safety car lights are still on. It's a surprising, like, results here for some of the boys. I'm not gonna lie. A few of the guys are talking themselves down for the week.
I think everyone thought as well there would be a lot more yellows. We've had a lot more racing than what we have yellows, which is even better.
Well, they had 15 in the IRL race in, you know, the actual proper truck, so yeah, it's
You behind me, I've got a...
it's kind of interesting that they, we've only seen, what, 5 now? 5? 6 total safety cars? Haven't seen many.
This is the sixth caution, so not too bad. Seems everyone was a bit worried about the dirt.
Pace cars in. Leaders are... Whoa!
Oh, I think that's going to be a black flag, maybe.
Has he gotten the ultimate start there? I don't know what's gone there. Chris just went straight through the middle. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh, that's Tim. Oh, no, that was Julian. Oh, dear.
I think Chris actually timed that perfectly.
That was a monster. I think Chris caught them napping. Like, I want to
Chris
say...
caught him napping. Barney's waving.
Yeah, he's caught him napping. So what's happened here with Tim? Because he's just taken a massive big... You were just saying this too, like anything could happen in this last little window. Oh, no.
Pete's giving him a whack.
Just a little tap in the door and then Julian's had nowhere to go. He's gone down. Oh, no. Everyone's just piled in now and then you've got cars just everywhere.
Unfortunately, cautions breeding cautions there. There's nothing anyone that's coming through after that is going to be able to do.
So, Chris Bleakley has pulled off the ultimate snooze wake up alarm, hasn't he? He just went right through the middle on that restart. That was crazy.
Yeah, he timed it perfectly.
Unfortunately, it's taken a few cars out of the running though. Now we've got Timmy, Scotty, Glenn, McLeod, Brad Lane, all sitting in the pits with the unfortunate spicy meatball.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you race. But I mean, look, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, maybe 16, 17 still running. So,
yeah. I
mean, 26 started, and we've still got, what did I say, 17 running? I mean, that's a testament to how good these guys are actually driving right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, the post-race review system that's in place.
Yeah, we covered that off at the top of the show, yeah.
Having a look at a couple of these incidents that I wonder if Pete might be a little bit worried about that one getting a little bit loose and...
well, I don't know, because I think Tim kind of... like, he got a little bit stuck in that slick stuff. Like, he kind of just slid and then it just sort of gripped up. It just sort of stopped the drive. So, I don't know. We'll have to see, as you say. Be interesting. Break it down. I mean, you'll be in there, Matty, no doubt. You'll jump on over to the steward's room.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be there. I'm not one of those dirt experts, don't get me wrong, but definitely be there and helping out with the review.
Did you see who's running P4 at the moment?
Good old crash
Yeah,
test.
bloody Baxter. He's just cruising along. He's it's actually P3.
P4 behind Brian and Chris,
Okay,
Chris
showing
Pete, Brian and Pete.
He's showing as P3, but
He's showing as P3, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the outside lane. So yeah, he was definitely P4 at the caution time.
Yeah,
we unfortunately don't have the choose rule in place at the moment. For the time being.
Sagasa
Here we go.
could even win this in that fixed.
Here we go. Chris is off. Pete's right there with him. Pete Baxter. Look, Pete Baxter's got the cleanest truck out there, mate. For the whitest truck, he's got the cleanest truck out there. Have you seen that?
Oh, Pete Jones going underneath. Can he make that stick? Oh, yes, he has.
Look at the
Very
angle.
nice. Excellent move from Pete there.
That was fantastic. So jump
Chris
on Julian.
Legally has been getting the starts, but Pete's definitely got the
run, yeah. Cool.
the run pace.
Yeah, he took some Brian Blundell there. Just pushing through. P3.
Julian fixed or open?
Open.
He's open.
Julian is open, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, no. Oh, Brian and Pete Baxter coming together. There's the crash test dummy doing his work. Hey, Braden Sagassa sneaking on through. Oh, he's in the wall. Oh, this is willing. This is very willing.
This is actually a battle for the overall P4 at the moment, so that's why Pete was pushing Brian. He wants to get on that podium.
So Pete's kind of got that there now. Right, he's got a bit of a gap. He's just got to stick with it. Brian's up here by himself now. Chris and Pete are up the front. I'll tell you what, Chris Bleakley has done an absolutely stellar job tonight.
Yeah, I think his starts have been pretty good. From like that last start looked very sketchy and it looked like he had jumped the gun, but iRacing said no. He's good and he's in the clear, so he's been really switched on at the starts. I just think he's just lacking a little bit of the run speed, but Pete and Tim were a cut above on the longer runs, unfortunately, for Chris himself. Oh, we got a black flag for Mark Grocott. Wonder what that was for. Is that maybe that's an incident?
There he is there on the screen.
Oh, I think he's hit the...
I think he's hit the incident limit for...
Oh no, he's come out of pit lane. And it looks like he's sped.
Oh dear.
Looking at his replay, he's just come out of pit lane and... Yep, he's going back in.
Whoops. Bit of a moment.
iRacing speeding.
Alright, so Pete Baxter, currently P4, up 14 spots tonight. So if anyone doubts the way it is, Pete started way back there in 18th spot. Pete Jones has had a crash.
And we've got the caution out.
And the 065, that's Hardwick. So let's have a look.
What are you doing, Cameron?
Oh, it's just coming through traffic. That's...
Oh, Cameron's just come down.
Look at your relative.
That's the 13.
It looks like Cameron decided to take a low line. Pete was going...
No, Pete's just come in way too hot by the looks of this. Unfortunately, carrying way too much speed coming up to the guys at the back and just got nowhere to go.
A little
but
unfortunate.
we do have an overtime finish.
Green white checker.
We do, and look who's slotted into P3 now. Pete Baxter, Brian Blundell, Chris Bleakley. So there you go. There's your top three right now. So that's our podium as it stands, with literally green white checker. So getting a little bit of feedback in our Discord channels. Something for the directors to look at afterwards, but we'll deal with that in the due time. But this is going to be an interesting little sequence of racing here, boys. Is the crash test dummy going to get through with no resistance by the looks of it? Here we go, wave round. So what you take, boys? Who's the winner overall tonight?
I'm not counting Braden out, to be honest. Braden Sagassa for a...
He's back there in P4.
Look, I still think Pete Jones has got the run speed for the two laps. But it'll be very, very interesting to see if he can get the start, get past Sagassa in the fixed setup, and maybe attack Pete, Tim, and Chris. But
no, Tim's gone, mate. Tim's done.
Oh, sorry, Pete, Brian, and Chris.
Yeah, Brian.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But Chris has had the upper hand on the starts on the last couple of restarts. and being the one that's setting the pace now, that might secure him the first overall win.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could be exactly the first winner of the combined CFR Widecrest NasTruck Monday night. So this could be very interesting. So can't wait to get in and hear from these boys on the podium and what they thought of the overall race. So
Yeah.
might have to get you to put that across the comms there, Mr. Keeney, if you're still in there, to get the podium into the green room.
I can possibly do that.
Or even just send a message in chat.
Pretty sure Chris has got a bit of real life dirt behind him as well.
Yeah, I think he might have. I'm not sure. But
I
look,
know he does like the dirt racing on iRacing.
yes. Well, look
He
at this
loves
bunch
doing
up.
the rally cross and all that. So
Who would you rather be, Braden Sagassa or Pete Baxter here?
I'd rather be Braden because he's on the high line.
But look who it is. Julian Mookie's just gone around the outside.
There's a big one.
Yeah, that was Pete Jones, mate. We'll throw back to that. The start, I think he just got a little too anxious. Not sure what's happened here, but Julian's gone way around the outside. Oh, the 86, that was Brian just... Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, Cam, no, sorry, dude. You had a good race, but you were out there. You were hanging in there.
No, Cam, just unlucky, mate. You did well.
We see you in the YouTube chat, bud, but don't stress it, bud. You were doing really well, man. That's 21st position overall. It's not too bad. We saw some of your racing was actually kind of good. So hang in there, bud. It's the dirt track's over and done with. You're on to asphalt next week, so you'll be at home there, mate. Find yourself an ally and get some bump drafting happening. So Julian Mookie has just literally gone into P2 off that restart. He managed to get the...
I was just driving, mate.
and that's going to do it.
Yeah, he only had one shot at the green white checker.
Chris Bleakley, Julian Mookie, Braden Sagassa in the fixed truck.
Takes out P3 overall.
Takes out P3 overall and puts on a bit of a show there. So what a spectacle. Andrew, what's your take on that, mate? That was interesting.
Interesting race. It was actually really good. Bit unlucky for a few of the boys.
If we
But
could get
it
the
should
podium
be
guys to
set up
come
for a
and
good-
meet us in the green room, it'll be
Good
great
season,
for
actually.
the first,
And now the dirt's done.
races.
Yeah, now the dirt's done. We get on to Benjamin and the asphalt
Please
stuff, and I think that's where the boys are really
anything that you think
been
that could be
Martinsville will be
very
interesting. Martinsville's
again?
definitely going to be interesting, but Talladega's going to be the big interesting one. See how the guys bump draft and everything
Alrighty,
together.
ladies and gentlemen,
Glenn Wilkinson get
10
P4. He
minute
did too.
period for
So it's
Yeah.
an
If
MX
you can
Wraps
just
1,
use the
3,
Stewards
4.
Report channel in NasCar
So there you
Truck,
go.
to post up
Oh,
the
yeah.
instance you'd like to read. Other than that, I had
So the
an
boys did
absolute
absolutely
ball
amazing.
despite
That's
finish.
two fixed trucks.
had my first
in the
track
top
race. I hope
five.
you all did.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of
And
things
Pete
that
Baxter
I think this,
with
makes it
a,
easier for everybody.
with a top 5 as well.
And,
So again,
any feedback you got. But,
not
yeah,
a bad
thanks for being
effort
a part
from the
of
guys
Checkered Flag
in
Racing's
general. So
first and inaugural race, and
Cam's just
hopefully
asked if
there's
we
more to
can
come.
get a
Cheers.
replay of his incident. Which one was that? I think it might,
That was the one with Pete. Yes, mate.
might have been this one, was
Before
it?
yeah.
No, not that one.
I think it's just unlucky, Cam. Pete was
yeah,
coming
no,
through
I
the
can't-
field.
I can't
You've
get you
come
there,
down
mate.
on your line and-
Unfortunately.
Yeah. No, Cam's one was the one where he's gone to take the line. He's gone to mid-track. Hasn't noticed Pete coming through,
Yeah,
and
it's
Pete
just
had nowhere to go.
two cars in
It's
the
just
same
all it
window.
is, man. It literally was just a racing incident, mate. You couldn't fault you for that.
No.
The lead cars with two cars behind you, mate. Like,
You did well.
You did well
very
for where
well.
you were. Just one of those things that happened, mate.
So we'll try and get the podium in here and have a chat with those guys. The boys are still going off there. And Chris with the win, and Braden and Glenn with the 3 and 4. So well done to the boys at 19 MX Wraps. So it was a great job for those. But again, to all the guys, you all did amazing out there. It was fantastic driving. It was good. You got, not as many safety cars as the real world racing. So, you did one thing there. That was excellent. All right.
I've just taken a screenshot, and I don't actually have Chris's
You don't
livery
even
on the
have
car.
trading paints on. Yeah, I just noticed that.
Oh no, I put it on. It's just a lot of their
Oh, wow.
liveries just wasn't showing on trading paint.
All right. Well, let's bring in Mr. Third Place. Let's bring in young Braden Sagassa. Mate,
Hello.
how was that for a P3, buddy? First of the fixed setup boys out there.
Oh, absolutely, and I just got lucky with the lucky dog there. I just got overtaken by the leaders, and then a caution had come out. I just had to count my lucky starts for that one.
Yeah, right. So how did you find it out there, mate? Like you were sort of there or thereabouts all night. You were back, and we were talking about it in the com box. If you got the lucky dog and you could just kind of get your way forward a little bit, you'd go all right. But how was it from the driver's seat? Did you like that?
Yeah, it was. I would say it was pretty great racing in the end. I enjoyed it. I think me and my team enjoyed it. Congrats to Chris. He's our team owner, and he did absolutely fantastic to hold off the big boys up there. Really happy, and also to Glenn. He's one of my teammates as well, to get a P2 in fixed. So we're absolutely ecstatic, and this is a great league, and we're happy for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so we got the dirt oval out of the way, mate. So you're onto asphalt next week. I'm sure you boys are going to be working hard for the the bump drafting and stuff, because it's going to come into play, isn't it?
For next week at Martinsville, I think it will be more of a bump and run around there. But personally, I absolutely adore Martinsville. One of my favourite tracks, and I can't wait to be there next week.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you boys out there in those purple trucks. They were certainly very quick tonight. Now, I'm going to ask you, do you want to do the team shout-outs, or do you want to leave that to the team boss?
I'd give him the honours. He hasn't had much. He doesn't do many lead racing, so I give him the honours. He absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Hey, well done tonight, mate. P3 in the fixed setup as well, mind you. So that was no small feat. So congratulations, buddy. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you very much, boys.
All right, and we don't have Julian with us, so we'll bring in the boss man. We'll have a bit of a chat with the boss man himself, Chris Bleakley. Mate, that restart that you split those leaders, we thought you jumped. Tell us you didn't.
No, I did. Well, yeah.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I think I did, but they were running a weird set. I think they were just running real long gear ratios or something, and every restart, I was just like crawling all over the back of them, and that time I was just like, oh, I'm on the inside. I'll drop back a little bit and give them maybe 2 car lengths rather than 1, and then just gun it. And then I knew you had to pass your line on the outside, so I knew I had to go straight through the middle of them. And luckily, they left a decent enough gap. Like, it took me a few restarts to work out that I could do it. Like, I was sort of testing it a little bit here and there. But yeah, that one I couldn't have worked out better, to be honest. I'm calling that my race-winning move.
Well, it was, mate. From the commentary box, that was exactly that. It was a race-winning move. Like we watched it and we thought, holy moly, he's gone way early. And then all of a sudden you just drove off, and then we got the caution, and it's like they left you there, and we're like, hang on, he's pulled a magic trick out of the hat here. Like, he's done something really crazy. But wait, you walk away with the win tonight, and you got your 2 boys behind you in 3rd and 4th for 19 MX Wraps. I mean, that must be a good feeling right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. just mental, eh? Like, I didn't I knew that there was going to be some truck guys in here that know their stuff when it comes to trucks. Like, I've done I can count on my hand how many times I've driven these trucks. Like, that's how many times I've driven them. But I love dirt, so I think the speedway in me came out. So rather than the actual oval side, so to get in front of those three, which were the class pretty much all night, a bit of opportunistic moves, I would say, but yeah, to get it done. And then Braden and Glenn, I mean, they're controversially lucky. They got the lucky dogs at the right. They were the right time, right place, and they got the lucky dogs, which sort of separated them from the competition. Which gave them a bit of an advantage that they probably wouldn't have otherwise had. But they still drove really well.
Yeah, no, it was a good little spectacle out there. What did you think of the format, mate? Both open and fixed out there together. What did you make of that?
It was pretty good. I did a bit of I'm the only one in my team running the opens. Everyone's like, oh, don't do it because you don't know the trucks, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just use pace sets. I don't care, whatever. I just want to give opens a go and see what happens. And then when we were practicing, and I realised the pace difference, I'm like, this could get really interesting. Like with my guys, when I came to lap them in practice, I could get it done pretty quickly. But with a whole pack of fixed dudes, it was, and you could see some of the other guys in their open set struggling when it came up to the traffic. Like, it was a bit of a, bit of a cluster F, if you know what I mean.
We did see that.
But yeah, I've managed to pick my way through the best as I could. So, and I think that's what kept me in touch with those top two really, because they were just a little bit faster on me, and you only have to be a tenth or two a lap to be miles in front towards the end of the race. But I think the traffic kept it in play for me, I think.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And got to say, those window banners look amazing, mate. A couple of your guys didn't have them. Not sure if you're aware of that.
Oh, yeah, they're probably, being a bit slack, but that's all right.
Probably waiting for the boss to do it.
It's probably actually my end, you know what? They'll put it back on me.
Yeah,
You're the one that's meant to do it, you know? Oh, right.
You're the one that does deliveries, mate.
Yeah. You know what? I probably forgot, in all honesty, but yeah, it probably is my fault, to be honest, and I'll cop that.
No, it was all good, mate. Looked good out there. Hey, look, overall, mate, first race win for the new league. Pleasure to have a chat with you. Now, who's doing the things in the back scenes for you boys there at in the purple team?
Yeah, well, big shout out to MX Wraps, custom motocross graphics. They give us a lot of support, and actually, if any of you are into motocross, use the code 19, you'll get, I think it's 20% discount at the moment at their shop. So if you ride a bike, you want a custom decal set, or they have their own sort of styled custom sets that you can get, and a whole heap of other like apparel and jersey prints for anyone that wants to put their number on the back of a shirt or something. You know, it got a lot of good gear, high quality vinyl that they use and everything. My daughter's bike's got a livery. Actually got our team livery on her motorbike and all that, so it's all high quality gear, and get behind them if you ride motocross. Yeah,
no, well done. All right, mate. Well, on to next week. We move to the bitumen stuff next week. So is that going to be a favourite? You're going to have the boys ready for that?
Try to. I believe I've got to purchase the track. I'm pretty sure out of the 10 rounds that we have, I've got to purchase 6 tracks. So that's how experienced I am at ovals.
It sounds like me, mate. Don't worry.
The only reason I own Bristol dirt is because I do a lot of, when I try to, I do a lot of speedway. So
yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, no, I'm full keen on it. So yeah, we'll be backing it back up next week to see how we go. I don't expect a result like this, but if I can hang on, I'll try my best. I'll get the anchor out.
Yeah, no, good job tonight, mate.
Lads.
No, you'll be fine next week, mate. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fast and up the front with the boys. But no, mate. Congratulations on the win tonight. Gives you a good start for the season, and we'll hopefully see you fast next week.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers.
Right,
thanks
Chris.
for the broadcast, and yeah, thanks to Pete and all you guys, Rob, putting it all on. Great turnout for round one. Looking forward to the rest of the series and all the other series that we're doing as well. So it's going to be real good.
Yeah, no, we look forward to seeing you boys on track and doing the things, mate. So congratulations once again tonight, and we'll see you next week.
No worries. Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
See you, Chris. All right, Andrew.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading Discord. No, it was good racing tonight. It was good production that was put on. As we said, we're a new league. A lot of drivers in here haven't raced each other. It's going to be the main thing we take out of it, is just getting to know everyone's weaknesses, strengths. Things are going to happen.
Oh, well, that's
nothing's
right.
going to be perfect. But it's, as long as the racing's good and fun, there should be no issue.
Well, I mean, look, the general consensus is there was a few issues. Yeah, sure. Okay, lap one, someone got crashed out. Okay, that's unfortunately
racing.
That's racing. That's unlucky. That is what it is. Like,
I was involved in that as well. I was innocent bystander, had 15 minutes of damage, got back on the race. Car was still stuffed, pulled it. But it's racing. Like, these things happen. If someone who loves doing this doesn't care and understands it's racing, everyone can. Like,
I guess we need to understand that the two simple things is we're not just a race in, drive hard, bash each other up, go and repair, and come out and do it again. You're trying to learn to develop the skill set. You're in with these guys that are on the road to pro. There comes a set of skills that you need to race clean. And we saw a good chunk of that tonight. We saw, 35 laps in there.
I think there was more laps done as racing than what there was in caution.
Oh, for sure. And, there is a point where, yes, fun league, but the fun is how you generate yourself around other cars, I guess. It's not like being crashed is part of racing. And I mean, look, if you look in the real world, if they get crashed out, they sit in the pit, they go and put their the civilian clothes on, and they go and sit with the team, and they talk about it and they move on. I guess in some ways trying to replicate the real world as much as we can to create that contest, that getting in and driving hard. And I guess the biggest problem too is it's Bristol dirt. I mean, whether you've got 15 laps in your belt, whether you've got 15 tracks that you've raced at before, without actually being at a dirt track, it's very hard.
Dirt's dirt, and it's forever evolving. Like, the track is forever changing. Sometimes a low line, even if it's gripped up, isn't actually a good line to run.
Oh, that's exactly right.
Depends on everything. One of those tracks, Bristol Dirt, is one of probably the hardest track we'll come to this year.
Oh, for sure.
It will be the hardest.
Yeah.
Even road racing, like, dirt's harder than road. Like, the guys who do dirt racing in real life are nuts. In my eyes, completely nuts. They're up against a wall. They're holding it flat, wide open. Like, you got blokes in here. I understand where people come from with the fast repair and for the guys, but you look at it this way. I'm all for both sides. The fast repair to get you back out there, but iRacing doesn't necessarily fix the car every time on the NASCAR trucks with the fast repair.
No, that's right.
I've had it before. I've had massive damage on the fast repair. The truck's still down on power.
Yeah, so then you become a bit of a sitting duck, really.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a problem in that aspect. But I do get it, and it is kind of hard to learn, especially like for guys that are used to, having that repair option.
Fallback. Yeah.
And look, I do understand. It is a bit rough like that, but yeah.
Yeah, but again, if we want to simulate real life, there ain't no fast repair.
No, and I mean, you can still have a lot of fun. Like, we saw a lot of guys have a lot of fun. Sure, there's a few guys that got, the rough end of the stick, but, you're looking at people like, Pete Baxter. He started there in 18th spot, manages a top 5. It's all just how you go about it. Like, I know a lot of the guys had fun, and you know, like right now, yeah, it feels like it's a bit of a rough stick, but you know, like when you look at what's happened and you look, okay, it's the hardest track we're going to. Next week's going to be a bit of a shorter oval. We're going to a road track, probably more suited to, you know, multiple drivers, if you know what I mean. Like those road circuits are definitely a bit more. Oh, the oval bitumen is more suited to a lot of driving styles.
I'm a road racer. Like I only really do GT racing on iRacing.
Yeah.
I love my road racing. When I get the chance to road race in a truck, it's actually quite fun. Like, I really enjoy it, and I do reasonably well. But that's the road racing background behind it that helps. Where tonight, like Chris won tonight, he even said himself, he has that speedway dirt background.
Yeah.
That helped him to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just strengths and weaknesses of everyone. What is next week's
Martinsville short track?
Martinsville.
Well, not necessarily short track as such, but yeah, it's not a super speedway, but you know, it'll still be a lot of fun though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and look, like I said, you know, people are going to go, they're going to be like, oh, that was, but you know, once you think about it and you sit down and say, look, you know, like, you know, Daniel Fritz, you know, like he dropped 2 spots, he finished 26. He's still going to gain points. You know, we do points on the 40th spot. So you're going to gain points. There's no question about it, right? So, yeah, it's just one of those things. So, look, you know, I'd say move on to next week, get into the bitumen, let's go and have a bit of fun and see how we go.
Yeah, well, you got Martinsville's a half-mile track, 12-degree banking. But the tracks are short tracks. Brakes are going to be involved. Like people are going to have to use their brakes to pull it up, turn it in, get it out. Being able to turn it and drive it out to the wall, not hit the wall. Exactly right. Yeah, it's going to be very different. A very different style of racing, and hey, it will promote more of the open guys will have to deal with the slower car, have to deal with driving out of the corner and
they'll have
keeping it more narrow.
Up. Yeah.
It has to be set up. It won't be a case of being able to slide job on dirt.
No, it's exactly.
And when you slide job on dirt, it doesn't always work out. So it's going to allow for some very good racing throughout the whole field. Yeah, absolutely. And hey, it could be extremely fun, but people need to practice too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I mean,
you can't go into any of these races and thinking, 10 laps is going to be all right. You're going to need to.
Exactly.
And the beauty of following the Road to Pro and the iRacing truck is we can get on the truck ovals during the week and do a race here, race there.
That's the thing. Exactly right. You can do your races through the week and then bounce in and do the league race. So you kind of keep very tight, and you'll learn a lot again from those guys. And look, the fixed guys, jump into the open set. There's so many options that'll make you cleaner and better. And look, the guys are willing to help. Jump in the open set. Join the open set. Come and have fun.
Those guys that were up front today pulled me into their Discord today to help me out, because before this race I could barely turn a lap.
You were struggling. Yeah, you were telling us, but yeah.
I got crashed out lap 1, but that's what it is. But when I was doing it, I learnt so much of throttle control, just trying to slide it, getting the angle right and everything. And I was able to do 19s practicing with them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right.
So, and they're always willing to help. But just approach them, go, look, struggling a bit, can you give me a hand? There's plenty of guys in the league that will help just to make the racing better.
Yeah, 100%. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up our racing from this evening. We are going to bounce into the stewards' room. We are going to go and see the review panel and what's going on, and we'll bring that up on the screen. So just bear with us as we switch on over. Andrew, if you're going to come and join us, mate.
I'm going to come and join and just have a listen to this and learn a bit for stewarding.
Cool. So we're going to bounce on in there.
And we go from there. Is there any questions on the protest?
Just one thing on the protest. Have people got a certain amount of time, obviously, to put in?
Yeah, it's only a 10-minute period after the
10
race.
minutes, okay.
Yeah, so
cool.
to put it in. So
Yeah.
essentially, I figure that's enough time for you to go back and have a look at your own incidents and
Yep.
go, yeah, that's something I'll put a protest in or not, or, oh, yeah, no, I completely messed up. I'm going to just own up to that before, if somebody puts a protest in, I'll own up to it. So that's the deal. Alrighty, we're just going to go, we might have to jump to and from the race. So my race screen, my iRacing screen is up and shared for everybody to have a look at. I do have tribbles, but we normally get there. I'm just going to go, I think I've got about 6 of them with the OK symbol in the chat. We'll have a look at those and we'll see where they lie. I expect, has everybody got a copy of what the penalties are?
Yeah.
I'm not
Can
handy.
you resend that to me, please? Or put it in the chat?
It's in the rule book.
Which part?
All right, time to get on the team boss here, mate.
Hang on, I'll try and get it up on my screen so I can share it for everybody else.
Can I just make one statement, guys? Remember, it is a dirt track, not an oval track.
So I've put a picture of it in the open chat for you to just see what the list of penalties are. All right, so let's get
before we do. Sorry, Pete, can I just jump in? Just remember, guys, we are still live streaming. This is all broadcasted, so please keep, moods and things to a minimum. We can.
Yeah, Pete, I'll put my hand up for that one. I jumped the start there.
So that is the second last restart one by Pete Jones.
Is that when I tagged Brian?
Okay, Pete, are you here?
Yep.
Can you
that's
tell
when
me
you got
which
Brian.
lap you're talking about, please?
It was not that one, the one before.
Yeah, that's the green white checker.
Yeah, that's the green white checker one. It was the one before that where
Chris Bleakley takes the lead.
Oh, if you're talking about that one, that was lap 82.
Was that on the restart?
Yeah, on the restart, lap 80 coming. Yeah, that second car on the inside. If you want to have a look at that one. If you're talking about Chris Bleakley jumping the start, it was the car on the inside. Yeah. That one there.
So just as a reminder, the rule for the restarts is on the leader, not the green flag. So who is not involved in the 1-9 team wants to have a rule on that?
I can have a look at. I've just had a look at the second to last restart. Is it which lap are we talking about? 88 or
the one that's on screen, Nath, in the share?
Lap 82, the one on screen in the share.
Pete's sharing it, mate.
I can't see the green flag from there because it's triples. But
banner's up.
No, we need to work out what the leader does, not the flag, because it's on the leader.
Okay, the restart on the leader.
Yeah.
Can we jump on the leader to hear the throttle?
Can we have a rearward facing camera from the leader, please, Pete?
Won't matter. Rearward, we need to know when he actually jumped on the throttle.
Yeah, you'll be able to hear it from the rearward camera.
So yeah, with the starts, I had to wait for Pete, so that way both of us wouldn't get the black flag. So I had to wait for that restart zone. And then I had to wait for Pete to go, so that way I wouldn't get a black flag.
If you're involved, you shouldn't be talking.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah,
You're
I know.
with the team, so you shouldn't be talking.
Okay.
Can we just go back a few frames, please, Pete, so we can hear it? If everyone can be quiet for 2 seconds and just listen to the throttle inputs. See if Pete Jones has actually gone.
Silence, please. Okay. Does anybody else want to say anything else?
No.
No.
Clear cut. Chris Bleakley jumped.
Yeah, Yep, 100%. Unfortunately, I believe Chris has jumped before Pete's decided to go.
Okay, that's two. I actually agree with you. That is a 10-point penalty.
You're coming through this thing there, Pete.
So I'm looking here. It's car 49, intentional contact with 43 under caution. Lap 70 something.
Oh, mate, I reckon I was behind this, and this is where Scotty came flying around under caution, trying to aim for the pits and then hit you.
That's a pretty big incident, but I think that's what he's reported.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to go back and look further up the field. What exactly has happened?
He's saying he's had contact with me, actually.
Was it there?
Not there.
No, so that was the net code between Pete and I that caused that wreck.
Well, that's all racing.
Is that when you two were side by side and it just rotated?
Yep, the net code just turned me. Yep.
I know that one.
It's under this caution, Pete. Go all the way through, and it's not me entering pit road. I did it intentionally.
Sorry, what did you do, Scotty? So
it's you've just seen the incident that caused the caution. It's immediately after that incident under caution.
Roger. So keep going.
Scotty, was it flare orange car? For yellow, sorry.
Julian.
They're going.
Is this what you're saying? That was all intentional, Scotty?
It was intentional.
Roger. All right. That's owned up. Intentional contact. Penalty for intentional contact is 50 points plus a rear grid for next race.
Yeah, I'll self-penalise.
50%.
I'm leaving, man. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm not racing.
Well, that's a shame, mate. Anyway, we'll put it in as a penalty. as an intentional contact. If you do come back and race, it'll be very good. The next start was a 25 point for this one for owning up to it. Thank you for coming in. You just give me a moment. I'll just type it in, boys.
Yeah, the intentional part is I also pull alongside and immediately rev my engine to voice my displeasure as well, and then pull into the pits.
Oh, mate, we all know you're unhappy. If you don't want to stay, you don't have to. But look, we've caught it now. We'll get it. If you do come and race, you'll start from the grid the next time. Thank you for owning up. Okay, next one is Cam Hardwick. I'll put myself out there for the incident with Pete Jones on whatever lap it was. All right, just a hint, boys. Lap number certainly helps us find these incidents. So, Cam?
He's not here.
No, he's not.
I think it's one of the
Pete, do you know what lap that lap that was, mate?
Oh, I can't even remember.
That was one. I think Pete.
I've had to chat to him afterwards. Like, you know, he was doing his best. It was racing.
Lap 98.
Yeah,
I don't think it's Cam's fault. I looked at it back afterwards. He's just doing the best he can. He's new
98 potentially. Yeah,
going hot.
Is when the quicker boys caught the back.
He said to me he'd done 500 laps on the track. He hasn't done 500 laps on the track. He'd be doing better than that.
Yeah. You just went in too hot.
As I was going in, he was up high.
He's sliding low.
He's there, and he started coming down. I was going. It happens.
It does.
It's on me. It's on me. If it's on him, it's on him. I don't care. The whole race was wrecked. So.
Alrighty, team. So Pete, you're out of it. Cam, you're out of it. Bryce.
Both. Cam comes down. Pete goes in quite hot. I think he'd slide up and hit him anyway. No, sure.
It's all good.
No,
sorry.
You're not allowed to talk. I was barred from speaking before.
Okay, let me just jump in, guys. Remember, the rule about the involved drivers not being able to talk allows us to get through this without taking it 2 hours. So it's a standard role. We're just going to run with it. I know sometimes you want to get in and defend yourself. That's why I asked for individual, independent drivers to be involved. Accept it, and we move on to get to the next race.
I don't mean to be rude when I say that, Pete. I just mean we got banned from speaking before when it was our turn not to speak. So it's just fair's fair. We all shut up. But I feel like you're going in hot. I feel like Cam's line puts him in a position where he's going to be hit regardless. So 6-1 hot does in the other. Probably a 60-40 maybe 70-30. That's
we
where
have
I
another independent person.
Can I jump in? I honestly think it's just one of those racing things with the quicker driver, slower driver. And yeah, as Bryce says, Cam does, his line isn't the best, and yeah, Pete's coming in hot. Like, it's just going to be one of those things. Honestly, think it's just a racing. You could both take fault.
Okay. Does anybody object?
Yes, I do.
On Nathan?
You can clearly see before turn entry that Cam is going down low. You can clearly see it.
It's hard to counteract that when you're on dirt. Like you kind of expect the guy to go high. Like, he's running that low line, and then you kind of expect him to go. Like, it's kind of hard to counteract right there. Like, onto corner entry, you're going in sideways.
That's where I'm saying he's coming in too hot, and this is not you're coming in too hot to make a pass. No, it's coming in too hot given the circumstance of the race. It's a fixed setup guy who's going to be slower than an open setup guy. It's someone who isn't as experienced in that. So the onus is always on the car behind when they make contact, in my opinion. You should have been giving yourself more room to, adapt to what he may do. But I also understand that this is the first time people are doing it. It's going to happen. We're going to have bingles. So that's why I say it's about 60-40 in terms of blame. and that is my final on it.
Yeah, I believe the blame's more on Pete. Being the fast driver.
I'm gonna call it here on Bryce and Andrew's input. I actually agree. I think it's racing incident. I would say that I agree with you, Nathan, that there is, it's probably 60-40, but I still think there's enough there for both drivers being involved to not be a predominantly at fault for a penalty. All right, so that's that one. We have another one there for Scotty Rankin, car number 49, contact with Ryan Huckle on 23 to 26.
Yeah, he heard up to that one in the chat already.
Yeah, it's very fun, Mary.
He tried the slide job, didn't realise it was 3 wide.
Yeah.
I thought he was a better driver than that.
It depends. Sometimes you just can't see someone if you're down low. I haven't seen this one yet, but...
And your true shift doesn't say anything until you're on the straight, either.
Yeah.
Oh. This is... Yeah, you said lap 23 to 26.
Lap 22.
That early in the race, that one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bit.
Oh. I don't know.
That's a lovely physics thing.
He's gone way too low and it's bounced him up pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come off the apron.
He was down in the apron all night.
Oh. Yeah, it's bouncing the wrong way.
Okay, so the question is that an at fault for either car?
That's it. That's on him.
That's on Scott.
Yeah. It's always the overtaking's car.
It's gone below the apron as well.
Okay, I've heard 4 at faults. I concur with that one. That will be a driving infringement causing disadvantage to another car, 20 points.
He did own up to it as well, so...
I saw you...
Good point. That'll be a 10.
Hey, Peter, I saw that you were having a look at the green-white checker incident. That was... I was part of that incident. No one pulled it in, but I think I'll put my hand up for that one for causing a disadvantage to another car.
Hang on, mate. Let me just...
Oh, sorry. I thought that was everyone. Yeah, sorry, my fault. I'll take that one.
Alrighty. So we got that one with Scotty, and then the last one was... Well, that's all the reviews. Braden, did you want to throw that last one in?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, put it to the group. Lap 103. Yeah, the green-white checker one.
Roger.
Yeah, that second car on the outside is me.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, I am.
All right, language, please, gents. Remember, we're live.
Yeah. Naughty Bryce.
Fluffed. Fluffed up. It's fluffy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fluffed up.
And pause it there, Pete. Can we have a view from Braden's car, please?
Which angle?
This will do. Just reverse it a bit, please. I've seen all I need to see. I was just looking to see if Julian was involved with touching Braden's rear end, but it's all clear. Yeah, that's unfortunately that's on Braden, and he's happy to call it himself. But I would like to make a comment about Julian backing up and trying to predict the start.
Yeah.
Before we give Braden a penalty, I'm going to ask whether you've observed that the car that's in front on the right-hand side actually loses traction when they get under throttle at green.
Can we get an angle from the front of the car?
Start.
Can we get an angle sideways?
It's on dirt.
And if I can add something, I know I'm the driver involved,
No,
but...
you can't. No.
Sorry. Okay. 10-4. Yep. Got it. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just asking that question, right? That's just because that's something I've observed. But if we're still all in agreement, then I'm happy to say that.
Do we have an angle from side on, from the inside of the track, or can we get an angle from the inside of the track?
To you.
No,
If you go back to that view and F12 and roll around,
Yeah, we can
it'll show you.
customize it. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, if we just play through from there. My personal take on that is 16's had nowhere to go. He hasn't had a choice, and like he can move anyway.
I request we have a look from Brian's cockpit.
What for?
Because it's a very different story from inside there. Now, if you watch his rev gauge, you can't really see it on Pete's.
Gotta try, yeah.
So when the first contact, I think he goes to grab another high gear, and he shifts and goes, down a gear.
No, if he went down a gear, blow up.
I think it's more the shake that bounces him up near the wall and then brings him back across the front of 16.
But then again, same as you said before, we are on dirt, so.
Oh, yeah, you're on dirt, but I don't think.
Can we get a gearbox look, please, Pete? Just to see if if it's actually wheel spin or if it's the touch. If it's a touch, we should be able to tell with the revs as well. But
the outside angle shows it the best.
Oh, that's on the
Oh, that's a touch for sure.
That's a touch.
That's a touch, yep.
Yeah, it's a touch that sends him into the wheel spin from this view.
That touch gets in loose and wheel spins and it goes on from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's enough.
It's enough, yeah.
That right there.
Yep, righto. I can concur with that, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, alrighty. And we giving Braden the 50% reduction? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He owned up.
He flagged it.
No, fluff him.
And he owes me a motor because I blew my motor after that.
That one I looked at had really.
You can pass that on to Chris. Yeah.
Chris is watching on the kick side, boys, so don't dob him in for too much.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'll get that on the download.
We are still live streaming it, so yeah, he's watching you, boys.
All up, it was a great race. I think everyone was having a ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I loved it.
There wasn't enough. It would have been better with more fixed trucks, open trucks, obviously. But I think the fixed trucks, like, they were all having a ball. We're quicker and we went past, but they were all doing good.
Hey, just on that one, there's an 8 car at the back there. Can you just go to that 8 car?
Also, if you wanted to comment on jumping starts, you should look at Julian. As it was
that Matt just said that as well.
I did note that. Does he?
I was in the yellow truck.
Yeah.
Oh, front on, I think. If you look at it front on.
And also, question with the streaks.
That's a cool car, eh? That's all I wanted to say.
He brought these Kiwis in, eh?
Good on you.
One of the keyboards asked for about the 3 car length rule on the restart.
Yeah,
there was quite a bit of that tonight. Like, I mean, it'd probably take too long to look at it all, but
yeah. My view on that one is, given it's a dirt track, it was quite difficult on the small track to get the cars lined up with the settings. I think we forgo that tonight, but I do, once we get on to the ovals with the bitumen, we'll really look at that.
Yeah, as I thought, yeah.
But I think you're right there. Julian does jump that quite.
It's quite a bit back.
And he's hanging way back.
And he goes there. The boys haven't even started going yet.
Well, he doesn't actually make any passes, though. So he could just be trying to catch up to the back of the cars.
Nah, he's hung back and gone.
Yeah.
Been up there already anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely been held back.
Can we have a look?
Jump.
Can we have a look at another restart of his from a different restart?
Okay.
Because again, the start isn't on the flag; it's on the leader.
Yeah.
As of once we go to the ovals, once we go to the road courses, we got the restart zone as well, so you'll definitely be able to tell.
Which will still end up being on the leader anyway. So
yeah.
Well, that one he was right at the back of.
Hey.
So this will be another restart. This was lap 58.
What position's he meant to be?
He's one in front of me, so
he should be a lot closer then.
Yeah. He's a
long way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually no, he's one position in front of me, so the other cars are out of order. One of the 2 cars up the right needs to be on the inside there.
It's the I think it's the MX Rex car. Oh no.
Yeah,
Are you on that?
He actually
The purple car was supposed to be out of 3.
I wouldn't think those 2 boys up there would be.
Was it? Oh.
No, I reckon he's left the map. These 2 boys would have been told, hang on.
Yeah, the purple car, he was supposed to be out of P3, so he should have been on the inside.
I didn't think so. I was watching, that
was a restart that was really weird.
It depends.
That's when we thought
purple car should be on the inside.
That was when we thought it was single file.
Yeah.
Right.
So Julian's actually done the right thing by holding back to where he should have been.
Yeah, I was watching Chris's stream. This is an off tidbit during the race. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if it said stay right or left at that particular restart. Because he was following.
Brian was supposed to be behind me.
Yeah.
Because he was out of 4. And
Anyway,
with Chris being out of 3, he should have been on the inside.
what I'd like to do
Julian's done the
is,
right thing anyway.
is wrap up
Yeah.
the race review tonight. Thank you all for joining. You'll get used to this process and it will get quicker. We'll sharpen it up with the report channel so we can just get a nice, concise report and an ownership if we have it, to keep this nice and short and sharp. Rob, thanks for covering it in the broadcast, and for everybody else that's listening. This is a way of getting all of our drivers included in the decision making of the league and keeping it clean and having lots of fun. I had an absolute ball tonight. Despite losing a couple of spots at finish, so be it. It was pretty good to have a go in dirt, to be honest. And I'm looking forward to getting back at it next week on a bitumen oval. Cheers.
Yeah, half mile.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, boys.
The biggest
Thank
thing
you, everyone, for putting it on.
Thanks for putting it on, guys. Awesome run.
All right, we'll bounce back here, ladies and gentlemen, but that is going to wrap up our first round of the CFR Widecrest NASCAR Truck Series. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you had a lot of fun. It looked like a great night out there on track. Sadly, not everyone did finish, but remember, we do give points back to 40th spot, so everybody will be in the points tonight. So on to the bitumen of Martinsville next Monday night. But that's not going to be the end of us this week. Wednesday night, tune in. TCR, Volkswagen Jetta, and the Toyota 86 live from Barber Motorsports Park. We hope to see you guys then. And as always, be safe, be good to your fellow man, and we will see you on Wednesday night. Good night.